I hope that your time decluttering has been well worth the effort that you've put in. I'm sure that it has been. I know when I declutter my home, it makes it a more enjoyable place to be. I hope that's what's happened to your home as well. But if we are going to keep our homes under control and easy to tidy, we are going to have to be in a constant state of decluttering. It's not something that we can do once and be finished forever. So I have a couple of tips to help you cultivate a habit of decluttering your home so that you can stay on top of all of the mess and make your home easy to keep clean. Welcome to Homemade Simple. I'm Lori. I'm really glad you're here today. I hope that you have done well in the month to declutter your home. Even though this month of decluttering is over, I know that we still have a lot of work to do here in my home. And if you are like any of the normal Americans, you probably still have a good amount of clutter around your home as well. So I have some tips to help you cultivate a habit of decluttering. That means getting in a habit of constantly finding things that need to go, that are not being used or not useful in your home, so that you will have more freedom and a more tidy environment. Our mindset matters, and being in the mindset that I'm always going to be on the watch for things that are overwhelming me or overwhelming my space, things that are in my way, things that are causing a mess on a constant basis. If we can cultivate in our minds a habit of noticing things that are causing us trouble and removing those from our homes, I think we will be well on our way to having a neat and clean environment without a lot of effort. That is definitely my goal. I do not want to spend all of my time cleaning my house. That's what I used to have to do. I used to spend 3 hours a day cleaning, and then it would just get dirty all over again. So I would do that on a repeated basis. I've gotten my routine down where our home is never perfectly spotless, but by decluttering, I have been able to get our home to a place where in 15 or 30 minutes, we can have the whole area cleaned up and straight and ready for company or ready for a relaxing evening. So I have 4 tips for us to consider when we are trying to keep our homes under control and trying to cultivate a habit of keeping our homes decluttered. The first tip is keep on the lookout for things that are constantly out of place. There are items in our homes that are more likely to cause a mess if they are left out of place. If your children have a toy that maybe has a lot of pieces and they consistently leave all of the pieces out on the floor, that might be a good candidate for the donation pile. If we have things in our homes that are never placed back where they go, we need to either make it easy to put that item back into its place, or we may just need to discard that item. Having items in our homes that are constantly out of place shows that we are not able to manage that item well. And it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with us. It just might mean that that item is not suited for our home environment. So if we can't find a good place for that item and it consistently be put away where it belongs, then the best solution is probably to just donate that item and get it out of our homes altogether. Tip number 2 is to declutter your clothing as you do the laundry. Whenever you wash and dry and fold and hang your clothes, this is a perfect time for you to find items that no longer fit correctly, maybe have holes or stains, or they just are not things that you really enjoy wearing anymore. Keep an eye out for things that are damaged or not your style anymore. And while you're handling the laundry, go ahead and put those items in the donation bin. Whenever you have clothing that you do not like, it is perfectly acceptable for you to get rid of that one item and be on the lookout for a better replacement. So it's easier when you're doing your laundry to go ahead and declutter the items that you do not love, and you will be rid of them forever. Tip number 3 is to have a set place for donation items to be placed, and encourage your family to all work together to fill that donation bin every month. If we can constantly fill up a donation box and take it to the thrift store or to a group home or someone else who really needs those items, then we will be in a constant state of removing clutter from our homes. When we include our children in participating in the donation process, it helps to cultivate in them a spirit of giving and generosity. Including our children in this process of donating the things that we no longer need to others who very much do need them will cultivate a spirit of generosity in our children that they can carry with them throughout the rest of their lives. That donation box may very well be the sprout of a beautiful journey that our children take throughout their lives of giving rather than receiving. Tip number 4 is to remember that the decluttering process is never a one and done process. I have heard the analogy that decluttering is a lot like an onion. There are layers upon layers in our homes of clutter. Now that we have gone through and taken a big chunk of all of the clutter out of our homes during the spring declutter challenge, you're going to be able to see the next layer of clutter. Those things that might have been overlooked the first time because you were looking at so many things that needed to be taken out of your home. As you go, you will find smaller and smaller amounts of things that need to be decluttered. Just like as you uncover the new layers of an onion, it gets smaller and smaller until you're left with very little. That is how it is when we declutter. At the beginning, it may seem very overwhelming, but if we take it layer by layer and we remember that this is a process that's going to be long term, it will help us not to get discouraged and not to get overwhelmed. I know that if you do this hard work now, it will pay off so many dividends in the long run. You will find joy and contentment that you didn't even know was there because you were not so distracted by all of the clutter in your home. That has been my experience, and I've been so grateful for the new vision that I have for my home, for my family, and for my life in this newfound decluttered environment. I still have a long way to go, and so I still will have plenty of videos about decluttering our home, but this video brings our spring declutter challenge to an end. I'm really excited about the journey that we've had together this month. I have selected the 3 winners, and I will be contacting them very soon about their gift basket. I hope that you enjoyed this video and this series of videos about decluttering your home. I hope that you will share in the comment section below what you really enjoyed most about decluttering your home this month. It has been a good process for me. It has encouraged me because I have noticed that I had less stuff to get rid of than I realized, and certainly a lot less than the first layer that I did several months ago. I am really thankful that you're here. I hope that you will subscribe to the channel, and I hope that you will invite your friends to join along with us in this community. My goal here is to encourage homemakers in the really difficult but fulfilling work of keeping our homes and taking care of our families. I hope that you have a wonderful week. I love you, and I will see you again next time.